Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another video. Now this is my vinyl inbox number 71 where I show some records that I bought over the past month or so. I'm supposed to have been slowing down this year but I seem to be speeding up again. But some of these are to fill some gaps in the collection, and a couple of ones that I didn't actually know existed, especially this first one. And I never realised this had been reissued on vinyl, and this is the Primitives Galore, and it's their 1991 album. It's their third album, and I always thought that this was probably the worst of the three, but I really do like this now. It has got more of a almost baggy sound, but there's a couple of singles off this like You Are The Way and Lead Me Astray, but some of the LP tracks on here are really good as well. Earth Thing is the one that I'm not that keen on, but things like Hello Jesus, Empathize, and See Through the Dark are all very good. I'm delighted to get this on vinyl. Now if we open her up, you do get a card with signatures. I don't think they're all there. There's two signatures. One is Tracy. Oh, they're all there. One is Paul, another one is, I'm not too sure because I can't read it and I don't know who the other members of the band are, so that's very nice. So Martin Harris, do you see that? I've got signatures. It says here newly remastered and reissued on vinyl for the very first time. Includes the singles You Are The Way, Lead Me Astray, pressed on 140 gram vinyl. Tracy, Paul Court and Tig Williams are the three guys, or well, three people that signed it, and you just get an ordinary plain inner, and it is on a nice red vinyl. So yeah, I've been playing this quite a bit. I really enjoy this. I have it in CD. It used to be my least favourite. I'm not so sure now, but it's pretty good. Next one up, and I didn't know this existed, and I saw it and I thought, yep, I'm going for that. And this is So Cool, the very best of Secret Affair. Now, Secret Affair were one of those mod revival bands in the late 70s, very early 80s. Their singles are great. Now, I do have one of their albums, Glory Boys, but I really fancy this, and it's a nice inner, and it's only on black vinyl. But yes, you would recognise some of the singles, especially if you're from the UK. I think maybe their biggest one might have been My World, which is full of strings and it's really excellent track. Let me get this in here, there we go. It opens up with Glory Boys, which has got a very atmospheric opener, or start. You get Sound of Confusion, which is a very good single. My World, as I said. Lost in the Night is probably my favourite, and it was from 1982, whenever the success was no longer there. Let Your Heart Dance is a great single. Time for Action, that's probably their biggest. But yeah, Secret Affair, So Cool, the very best of, and glad to get that in the collection. Okay, this one here was very cheap. I think this was only a tenner, and it was a double album. And this is the Platters, and it is 32 original classics, and that's why I bought it, because it says original classics. It's a really nice double album. I don't think there's anything, no, it's just in a normal white sleeve with, not even too sure what that label is. Is it Now or Not? But anyway, you know, it has all the hits like Only You, The Great Pretender, Harbour Lights. I'm trying to look at the ones I actually recognise. Smoke Gets In Your Eyes, My Prayer, Twilight Time. I haven't played this yet, and it's going to be played today. I do like this sort of stuff. The Drifters are my favourite of that type of music, but the Platters, I love the song Smoke Gets In Your Eyes. It's absolutely fantastic. So really pleased to get that. From the same seller, and this was new as well, and it was less than a tenner. And it's one of these gold ones, and it's Kiki D Gold. And this one, have a guess what colour of vinyl it is. Yay, it's gold vinyl, although it looks a bit green there, but it is gold. Yeah, this has Amarusa on it, opens it, her finest ever track. Loving and Free, which is brilliant as well. I've got the music in me, which is great. How Glad I Am is a great single. Don't Go Breaking Your Heart with Elton John. Chicago, which was the double A side with Elton's Bite Your Lip, Get Up and Dance. And it also has Star, which was used for a TV program New Faces back in the early 80s. Very good album, and really probably all I need by Kiki D, even though I do have a couple of her albums. They're very, very, very cheap, but this is probably the one that will get played the most. And this one here was about £5 and it was sealed, and it's Roy Orbison and Hank Williams, The Orbison Way. Yeah, I played this. It's okay. It's obviously not its best, and they're all Roy Orbison songs. It's on black vinyl and it's on that MGM label from the early 70s, which I remember the Osmonds Crazy Horses single being on it. Yeah, it's not a bad album. As I say, it was only £5 and it was sealed. And Hey Good Looking, Jambalaya, Your Cheating Heart, Cold Cold Heart, I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. Not a bad album, and as I say, I never had it, so I don't even think I had that on CD, so I'm glad to get it. Okay, the second hand one before I go on to the two main artists, and this is the Rubettes, Baby I Know, and this is from 1977, and it's on the Stateside label. The sleeve is a little bit knackered. There's the blue Stateside. But this has the hit single Baby I Know and the minor hit Under One Roof, which is very good. You would think this was slightly country because of the singles, but you still do get that Rubettes rock and roll in it as well, like Summertime Rock and Roll Queen, not the Hoople song, it's very good. Rock and Roll Lady, not the Shawady Waddy song, is very good. Yeah, it's enjoyable, it really is, and I do like the Rubettes, and I have most of their 70s albums, so I never had this. I don't like the cover, I think it's very cheap looking, but still, it's a decent album. Okay, David Bowie, and this was a record store day item from a few years ago, and I got this at a very reasonable price. It's 1966. I have this under the name Don't Be Fooled by the Name, from 1981, but there's a picture of him during his 1978 tour, and it always bugged me, and it was a 10-inch as well. This is a 12-inch mini album with 6 songs. I'm Not Losing Sleep, I Dig Everything, Can't Help Thinking About Me, Do Anything You Say, Good Morning Girl, and I Say to Myself. Yeah, it's nice to have. I really fancied it, and it is on like, well, it's actually a white vinyl. I thought it looked a bit cream there, but it is actually white. So yeah, good to have, and as I say, I got it at a very reasonable price. So as I said in the previous video, if you hang on for these things, record store day items, you know, you can get them quite cheaply. Okay, the last artist is Mark Bolan T-Rex, and I have a couple of 7-inch singles plus 2 albums. This is Ride a White Swan, and there's the back, and it's actually the BBC TV Top of the Pops from November 1970, and the B-side Summertime Blues is from the DLT show in 1970. And again, I remember this came out about 6 years ago, and I thought, no, it's too dear, but again I got it for a very reasonable price. And the other one, this was a record store day one, and this is Mark and Gloria, To Know You Is To Love You, but it's a double pack with Blackjack and by Big Carrot. Big Carrot was just T-Rex, and really it's the 2 singles, and we have, they're both on, it's like a mock EMI label, they're both like that. And the wee hype sticker says exclusive double 7-inch gatefold, and it's from 2015 or something like that. I can't read it, it's just too small. But yeah, pleased to get it, and every time I see these sort of releases I try to pick them up. It's just the collecting. So the 2 T-Rex albums I bought were this one, and this cost me about 20 quid. It is the Live at the Rainbow 1977. double album, and it is on a green vinyl. As I say, it's a double LP, so I'll just show you one of them. They're both the same. I had this on CD. I had the original version where you got a double CD, and the second disc was live in 1974, and it was a completely different cover. It was a better cover than this. This is like a ticket stub cover. Then they reissued it again, but they dropped the live album, the second live album, and they put in, I think it was a radio show with Steve Wright, and never picked it up. This is a very good performance. However, it has been cleaned up, but it hasn't been cleaned up that well. The sound of Mark's voice is great. Everything's great, but there's a hum that goes the whole way through it. So this is a time now that I would think AI should be able to pick that out, but I'm sure this album is not top of the priority list. But a good concert, Jeepster, Visions of Domino, New York City, Soul of My Suit, then you get Groove a Little, Telegram Sam, and Hang Ups. Deborah, which has got the band intro as well, is a good rocking version of Deborah. I Love to Boogie, Teen Riot Structure, Dandy in the Underworld, Hot Love, and Get It On with The Damned. Now, I think the last couple of tracks were not from, a couple of them were from the Portsmouth Locarno on March the 20th, 1977, but the majority is from the Rainbow in London, March the 18th. So really pleased to get it. Never had it in vinyl, and it was cheap. And then this one was very cheap as well. It was about 20 quid, and it's another of his studio albums, but in the double format, and this time it's Dandy in the Underworld. So double LP with really nice pictures inside. You get the lyrics, and then you get this. Now this was like the inner of the original album, but the album was die cut with a circle in the middle, which meant that there was then shown whenever you put the sleeve in. I wish they had had the die cut. The second album is just some lyrics of side 3 plus a write-up, and it is on a beautiful, both albums, white vinyl. Yeah, I saw it around 40 quid, and I thought I actually fancy that, but I didn't want to pay that money. And there was a seller selling it for, I think it was £20, and there was a slight ding in the corner, which you can hardly see, but that's it. That took £20 off it, and I thought, well, I'm picking that up. And the reason I really wanted it was the second disc. So side 3 is the A-sides and B-sides that weren't on the original album. So you have To Know You Is To Love You and Cityport. That single there. You have Dandy in the Underworld, the actual single version, and its B-side Tame My Tiger, and then Celebrate Summer. However, side 4 is where all the goodies are. You have a demo of I'm a Fool for You Girl, which is really good. Funky London Childhood, which was the original version of Visions of Domino. The Soul of My Suit demo, it's okay, the sound's not great. Pain and Love demo, which is very stripped back and is absolutely wonderful. Teen Riot Structure demo, which is really good. An alternate version of Tame My Tiger. And then you get the alternate version of Celebrate Summer, which is more or less an instrumental, but it is so good. It's very bass heavy. There's a bass riff that goes through it, which is so catchy, and I love it. Yeah, so absolutely delighted. Oops, where are we? To get this. So that's another one of the doubles. I think that's it for the doubles. I would love a double of Tanks. I really would, because the B-sides and A-sides from around that period are quality, and you would be able to get some of those really good demos on as well. So that's my haul for the last month or so. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to have another video quite soon. All the best now. Bye bye.